I have... Why am I choosing these words? Why do I choose? Why do people choose words? What do? I do what you know what I do, and I do other things too. So don't try to spread myself thin, but I do spread myself thin. In every domain, I only believe I think I know. I'm perhaps opinionated on things that I've decided because I have taken a side for a choice of the reality and the reaction of. It is hot, is it cold, is it blue, is it red, and who made up the colors that go with it? Why is it that hot is 43 and red is 34? I do dimensional thinking. Am I right? Am I wrong? Is it my fault or is it not? I did it. I know I did it. What do I think? Did I do it on purpose? Do I really want to tell anybody that I did it on purpose? What was the purpose of me doing it on purpose? I'm not calling because you didn't call, they didn't call, but we're never up front. Or at least that's the way I feel, because that's the way I am. Always scared to hurt somebody else's feelings. There you go. Because being put into a corner, when you're put into a corner, you tend to form, or you tend to take off and not associate. So you get into a job and you associate and you feel into form and you can handle it. It's an okay vibration for you. We fit into the okay vibration. A little bit I don't want to, the money's good. A little bit I don't like this person, but the money's good. A little bit I love the job, but I hate everybody around me. I'm not sure maybe if I love this job so much, are there any others like this? So right now I'm becoming the sleuth. Because of the demand of the rent increase of $25, which of course, is it a lot? Nah, but it's not $125. It's $25 for the rest of my life, every single month. And the year after, it was just $25, but it's $25 for the rest of your month. And as you go forward with rents, after a 10-year period of adding on only $15 a year, okay, in the 10th year, that becomes $150 times 12. Let's do this. Let's do this together. It becomes, this is a 10-year period. Reasons for numbers. I don't find reasons, I just find where I can find the numbers, right? 2 to 1, eh? 4 and 6, 1.5, and this is 2 to 1. 2 5s equals 10. So it's a 1-to-1 shot here. Anyways, I don't want to get into that. A 10-year period. In the 10th year, right? The first year is year start at 0. 0 equals to 54. The TART, the AR, the raw world, the angel world, the 19 spirit artificial intelligence of man creation in the AC/DC world reflected of 1 through 21, or ace and 10, and we're going to call it blackjack. And what is this over here? This is 19, and this is 20, and this is 39. This equals to 78. That is your GH gateway. Also sounds for the letter F as the combination of 7 plus 8 equals to 15. 1 plus 5 equals to 6. 1 times 5 equals to 5. So now you have 6 and 5, 5 and 6 coming together. So there's going to be a story in there. So now I'm going to go back and explain everything I did and why. Because the first time in words, in my language, and I believe you me, I'm telling you something, it's all about me and how I think what others think and how others think about me. And what they think of anything they saw and what I see, what they say or what they think or their reaction to something, the way I perceive it, even though I could be totally 100% wrong. So it needs to be understood. I need to see the polarity. I don't care if I'm going to go there. I need the polarity. I need to know the whole thing. Is there anything in the camera that's in this house that you see that nobody should see if you zoomed in or took a close-up? Polarity, the freedom of thought. the freedom of choice, the freedom of the action of the thought. But not all thoughts should be put into action. They are just the formality of the situation. You have a hockey game, the score is 0-0 to begin. Isn't that funny? Where do you begin? 0-0. No score. If you don't score in the first inning, everything is blank and void. What is a blank? Blank in French is white. So what do? I add definitions to words. I give the reality a polarity for whatever the situation or word may be. Create mathematical situations that bring words closer together one way or the other. Also using every element that we are compounded to in this world, in the English language. And that is the way most people perceive things, as to the fact that yes and no, up and down, in and out. What do you think? When you go in, you're leaving, you're going out. So in order to go in, you got to be going out from outside to go in to inside. You don't go into the fence, you go through the fence. You don't go through the fence, you open the gate door and you pass between the fence poles. A North Pole and a South Pole. I have a piece of wood, I think, in my hands. But anyways, I'm going to forget about that. Just give me 1 second. So does it sound an Irish kite? Was macht er? Was macht er? Listen to the words during the war times. Listen to the new coded words. Where did the words come from? Why splice at a certain period in time? What were those years? I know I will create. I can create. I didn't create it. Give me any year, 1945. So that's 3/15s. It's, see, I have to see if I can create easy formations. 45, and that would be 4 times, okay, 11 1/4. 4 times 11 1/4. And I don't know why I got that beeping, but I do, but you know what? You've been refusing me more than anything. I'm tired of, certain things. I just have to take it the way it is. Okay. Yeah, I thought the video was paused, so I'm going to have to skip over that period of time. So when I say we start, let's say when you start a race, you start at the beginning of the race. Where is the beginning of the race? And I use all these items to find classifications for understanding words. Like the word period. We put a period at the end of the sentence. The period of a moon cycle is 28 days. The period of a sun cycle is 365.1, 365.47. Or 0.41, right? It could be 365.41. 365, you see the way it creates this? It can also be 365.47. Is it 41 or 47? In the sun and energy. 17, what is the spirit in the gate of the light? 1, invert 6, 2, invert 6, 3, invert 6. Now, what's happening here? See, 1 plus 2 equals to 3. So what's happening between the 6 difference over here? It's the first time I'm looking into this, and I'm thinking about it with you, looking into the camera. I'm thinking, you see, this one is the first extension of 6, equaling to 7. This is where once you have the one spirit here in the 2 world in Venus, where the one spirit fits right inside over here. That's where the one spirit goes, gets transferred over here through the gateway. This is the expression of everything. So there's 1 in between what is 2 and 2. Here, 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 here. They're showing you the house. But this is on the altar side, and this is only 1. We're going to have either 9 calculators or we're going to have 4 calculators. Sorry, I'm going to show you that design in a minute. The equations. And these equations are going to help me to understand words better. Anyways, I'm not going to get into that part because of the numeric value of the word. So now what you have is between 2 and 6. What is the difference over here? And I'm saying it for what is the difference because what has to happen, and I'm assuming this, I'm making this up right now, so I'm checking this out. You see, the dice cube goes A through F, okay, equaling to what is G. But what's going on right now is that the 6, 2, we're just going to use 6, 2 for example, 2 and 6, okay, is the invert of what is 5 and 1. We can use dog and Mars, for example. We got 3 letters. Nice, hold on a second. Okay. This is the split in time. 30 seconds to one side, 30 seconds to the other side. The thing is, time is split this way. Everything seems to be split this way. Sorry for saying it that way. It's not my choice. This is what happens when we get this square over here. The only way to get through it is this way. There's no other way through it unless you're coming through it this way. Now, if I take the instrument out and I look, I have 9 and 1 over here. And I take the instrument out, I got 7 and 3 over here. Now, this is on the calculator. You see, if it was the keyboard, I still have 1 and 9, okay, on this keyboard. If it was my telephone, the 1 is up here. So I have to understand why. Is my telephone looking at me or am I looking at my telephone? Which way am I coming in to understand the position of where my numbers are? Where's the telephone? Hold on a second. Yeah, I was going to make a design. I just wanted to see if I can make that design. So you see the 1, 9 over here. And you notice the way the WXY, there's 4 letters and 4 letters here, 4 and 4. Everything is Earth except for 7 and 9 is not Earth. The birth and the gate are not Earth. It creates 63 and 16. Remember, it creates 6 and 3 and 16. It will recreate 79 again, but 6 and 3 coming together is IR, that fits in the sun. Okay, and 16 is the one spirit of the half-life. I like to note it as the cube. The spirit is 76. There are only 6. The 7th one is in the center. You never get to see it. When we remove on your bank machine, the Q is on the number 1, and and the X is the Z is no longer on number 9. It becomes on number 1. See over here we have just this reeling tape. The Q and the Z are removed. The 17th and 26th letter are removed. This will become what is 51. This will become what is 78. Multiply it by 3 and then add one more 17. And here add one more 26. Now there's a question. If I'm adding one more 26, should I go to a total of 104 communication? Or should I be going 78, 26, 95 communication in EI Neptune? Because the numeric value for Neptune is 95, which creates 45 a passage and 14 into the sun. Here we had 15. 15 and 14 come together and they create pi. And here you have it within the house, the God, the FB where there are no black keys between it, and it runs into what is 8 and 12, which could be noted to be Rubik's Cube's centers, right? There's 6 ways on Rubik's Cube to turn. That means there are 24 double colored. That means if there's 24 double colored, we have to have opposites on the cube. So we have to understand the total story of what's going on in every position through words, through numbers, through colors. Colors have names. So if you look at this, add this together, it becomes 43 or DC. In a single numeric count, it becomes what is 88. If I'm multiplying it, it becomes 73. I'm not too sure of what I should say the differences or what they exactly mean, although this one will equal to this, and this one will equal to what is this? This one's 31, also has a fashion for the cube. This is 80, which is noted to be 4 times 20, okay, which is noted to be 60 and 20, because the most we can ever say in the English language is more or less for me 69. Right? After that, you're going to go 60 and 10, and then you're going to go 60 and 20, and then 60 and 20 and 10 for 70, 80, and 90. That's just the way it is. And not only that, each one has a story in it. What was the 420 again? Hold on a second. Yes, 420. This is also the gateway. 4 times 2, it's the gateway of the cat, the EI, and what is 5 and 9. The reason for this is because the numeric value of the word 5 equals to 42. The numeric value of the word 9 equals to 42. Their reverse value to what is 4 times 27 equaling to 80 and 58. 80, 4 times 20 is 80, and 4 by 7 is 28, 108. So what is missing is 66. So I'm telling you about the gateway. I'm telling you about the cat. I multiplied it to become 6 and 8. Did I write that anywhere? I multiply it to become 6 and 8. And you want to know if it's the gate? Well, here's the 8, and then the opposite side is the 6. And lo and behold, if we want, we can go 44. Okay, we can go 44. So if we went ahead and went 44, we'd have 33 on the opposite side. 44, 33, 16 and 9, what is pi? 33. We had 14 and 15 before, what is NO3? 3.14159265. This one over here is opposites on the dice. What is that? This one becomes 16 and 9 as a multiplier. When you add it, it becomes 9 and 6. 3 times 3 is 9. 4 by 4 is 16. 1 plus 6 equals to 7. It becomes GP, GPI. Actually becomes FGPI. Forget about that. 4 plus 4 equals to 8. 3 plus 3 equals to 6. If I took these two dice here, the story has to be true from what has been created already. I only go over what's been created, what's been positioned, what the world is using, because no one's going to refuse and not tell me that this is not the setup of a calculator. Someone's not going to tell me that this is not the setup of a roulette wheel. Someone's not going to tell me that this is not the basic setup of a cube that they use in all the major casinos around the world and everywhere else you seem to play games. So you tell me that the keyboard was made up only by me. You tell me I made any of these. You show me any word. And you tell me that I made up the letters in the word and I made up the alphabet. I didn't. I promise you. All I do is I bring them all together and I make equations so that there's a little bit more relativity in between how the math brings the word and understanding together. You see, if I ask you to cut something, I have to use a word, the word cut. Now you need a measurement in order to get that cut, and that becomes the cut. The cut got a name, and every time you name something, there's a vibration that comes out of your body when you speak. There's words you say that you like to say and you don't know why. There's hums. You listen to the drums, you listen to the music, and you sway with the music. The thing is, we have so many things in our minds, so many things that have gone through our minds. Our minds have been altered from just letting ourselves go and know the basic. Do no harm unto yourself, and likewise do no harm unto others. Like yourself, we are all one. We should have within us, upon the creation of the ark, to know this basic thing. The thing is, with this planet, we were altered in a way to poorly receive, and we were taught in ways so that we could not correctly understand. What is more? What is less? How much time do I... The thing is, a lot of people say, I don't want to work. I just want to have more money so I can do whatever I want. Money, manna, bread, flour, salt, Play-Doh. Who are we? We're lots of water. Could be some kind of fish. Where is all that water in our body? Where are all the liquids in our body? By understanding these words, percentages, mathematically, understanding them and using their comparison either to games or to planets or to the constellation, names of the constellation. Sometimes I have to disregard in a certain way because polarity means to accept everything, but always try to surround your home base, stretching out and bringing in new equations, but not to mix everything up. I was asked the question about, oh, what about this language? And what about this language? And you don't understand that language. I go, no, but there's possibility I can hear a sound. And through that sound, it can be a message that will reverberate into a word, into a thought. And I will go down that road. And where did it come from? Out of the blue. 40. 40. I don't want to go 8 and 2, 4 and 6, 7 and 3, 9 and 1, 40. Is that the 40 I want to use? I don't know. I can use 10 by 4, 40, communication. It's also 10, 4, 104 is 4 times 50, 4 times 26 as we just did. It's for communication. October 4th is my birthday, January 4th. And number 4 also represents 13 and 22 and 31. So you have to know that the number 3 will show up in 11 months. 11 will show up 3 times on this dice cube. The opposite void of each side is 5 and 6. That's 11. And it says love. That's right. When the 4 is opposite of the 3, the letters in the alphabet in Pythagorean count is love. 3, 4, 5, and 6. By the way, 4, 5, and 6 are what is the Fed? Death. That is the inauguration, death. When 3 connects to 4, 5, and 6, 15. 1, 2, 3, 6. And 4, 5, and 6, 15. It is also a 5 straight count. I think one of the higher counts, well, except for all 3 the same, in the game of cribbage, which is about two groups running towards the pole. The reason I say that is because of 120. And when I think of 1, I get to think of many things. When I think of 1, I'm going to think of the second level, where it'll be 4 divided by 3 equals 1.33. It started with a 1 point. Or 5 divided by 3 equals to 1.66. And 3 divided by 3 equals to 1. So each one of those elements, 3, 4, and 5, came together to create that situation in which 4 is 1 away from 5. Unlike 4 away from 1, although in your calculator, and I'm counting off of what you do here. 1 plus 2 numbers, 2 and 3 go here, 5 and 6 go here. 2 and 3 equals 5, 5 and 6 equals to 11, 16. 3 and 4, 7. In between 6 and 7, 13. 7 and 13, the Mayans working over here. Right here in this row. 7 and 13, 20. 16 and 20, 36. And now we come into this row over here, where you have 4 and 5, 9, 7 and 8, 15. 15 and 9, OI, where OI come together. That is insane of what I'm thinking right now. I'm always looking for OI, because for me that's 10. So why one time use OI as meaning 10, which is the 15th letter O, and the 9th letter I. The reverse of the 9th letter is R, and the reverse of the 15th letter O is L. L and R, left, right, O and I, left and right. But I also see that the O, or the I, right, I also see that, I'm just trying to see which way. I'd like to say that I'm going to make an O like this. Okay, that's the way I want to make my O. And then inside is where the I is. So I'm just trying to see if the I is inside. You see it's over here. And now we have to, do we put up a post over here to become the I? What has happened in this situation? Is this where OI comes together? Or has there been a stop sign? I'm just trying to think, could be a mailbox or something. I can do it that way, right? Can I? Anyways, I'm just fooling around right now, trying to take a look and see what's going on. So I'm just trying to see. When you have this, that also stands for V, which is 5. I seem to be falling asleep at the wheel. So 44 is the reverse of what is 33. So this is a mathematical equation. 4 times 4 is 16, and 9 equals to 25. So it becomes PI and the 25th letter. 2 and 5 equals to B and F. 1 and 6 equals to A and F. And I did this in the equation before. This is the polarity. You can't go to the other side. You can use B all the way to F, but you can't go A all the way to F, because you can't be on your head and your butt at the same time, but you can be all around. This is 180 degrees away from 6. So you can't be both. So like I said, you have to start off BC and end up at F, and then F will connect onto G. But if we're going backwards, it's going to be FE connecting onto B. We would have C over to G. That's the way we would encompass it, and F and G would come together. I'm trying to really understand that situation. This is your 13 over here. This is your spirit of 76. 1 times 6 equals to F. 1 plus 6 equals to G. And it is the equation that's created from this scenario is the reason that this is done this way. So we're going to go with 16 and 9 and 6 and 16 and 8. And this will be 24 and this will be 25, equaling to 49. This will be X and this will be Y. And is it the chromosome? This also equals to the word 8, green. There's another thing, is that this would be the division between day and night. 1 plus 4 equals to 5. 1 plus 5 equals to 6. 25, 14, and 15 equals to 29. And that's the beginning of your 8 numbers in pi. I wanted to just go back because I associated it over here, where 7 and 8 is 15. 3 times 26 is 78. And I'm just trying to think. Right, 3 by 26 is 78. This is also 69. 3 by 2, 6. 3 by 6, 18. 1 and 8 equals to 9. So we have to understand all the dimensions and math and what I did and why I did it. And hopefully I don't lose you in this, and I did it because it's already been done. Our leap year cycle tells me to do it. And it doesn't matter to me if I'm off by 8 or 10 or 12 years. It doesn't make a difference to me. It all, like right now, after the year 5775, we went into what is the 12-12-33 Sun District. And I'm just choosing to say that because there was 75,075 moons. And it is time after time, because the moon number 57, which is male and female, king and queen, is like this: 7 times 5, 7 plus 5 equals to 35 and 12. 7 times 5, 7 plus 5 equals to 35 equals to 12. You add it to be 47. The new number for 47 is time and energy. And if you look it up in the Kabbalah, whatever, to find it, you will see whatever you find. It is also the reverse of 74. What is cross? The energy is 74, sorry. Time is 47 and energy is 74. So what's the reverse of time? Is it energy? Right? The cross also is 74. Jesus as well is 74. And Takpans as well is 74. So time after time, because it would be 5775 moons that went passing through O. O is the representation of what is the spirit. What is the A in the center of E? A, spin all the way around. Now when you're spinning A all the way around, I want to presume I'm going to do this in many ways. I don't have a protractor. So I want to spin A this way. This is the minimum A, because you can't create an A another way. At least not another way that I know, because I can put a bar. So that means I extended the legs, okay, and I extended the legs on this over here. So your first connection is O. Your second connection, I'm just talking about it, is Dalit. Samek Dalit, I don't know. So anyways, we get that. And then this one over here, when we connect it, will create D. So you have Do. At the same time, others might say you have, if you do these lines, you might say it's C. You put this line over here. What would you call it? An L? So I'm just questioning. You can put the other line up over here, and now you can call it an E, but then there's one down here. One section, two sections, three sections. But if I put a bedding chip over here, it does not cover over here. The only time the only time a bedding chip covers right, is if I put a bedding chip here, it covers all six. One covers six. If I put one over here, it's one covers three. This is a roulette betting. Also to note that when this is done this way, in a different context, you will be actually turning your cube this way. We already know that this is the 2, 6, 8, 4 position. So you can connect 26 and 24, and you can connect 86 and 84, and the pole is like that. 2, 4, 6, 8. And then here's your rotating pole. You can go in here, in here, in here, and in here. But if this is turning this way, and the pole was this long, it'd be turning this way, and then it'd be longer on this side, then it'd be longer on that side. Or if it was only on this side, and it'd be turning, right, on the pole, it would be turning that there, and then it would be on that side completely. Maybe that would be the moon. I don't know. If I would put a chip over here, I would pick 4 areas up, and those areas are calculated at 35 to 1. So in roulette, you have this area calculated face value at 35 to 1. The question is, it's because of the numbers, right, that there's 37 or 38 numbers, yet it's still 35 to 1. There's a reason for it. This is your first part of creation. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 equals to 2, equals to 1, equals to 3. 2 times 1, 2 plus 1 equals to 3, equals to 2, equals to 5. So your first level is 1. Your second level is 3, but 1 is that even number. 1 times the 35 per chip. The next one is 35. So it's 35 plus the chip is 36. And that is your IR creation through what is Jupiter, 918. 918, how do I get that mathematical? The spirit in the heavens? The heavens birth spirit? The spirit born in Venus? The heavens of the spirit? Venus? Through what is Jupiter 99, space 44, 55, 99 in space. Through what is the 18 and 9. Did I do all those right? I got 8, 1, and 9 first. So what if I got 981? The high birth spirit. The high birth spirit within Earth and Venus. 2 to the power of 3, 3 to the power of 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 5, 4, 4, 5. There is no more than 7. That is the most you can use. You use 7 of 9 and 2 retire. They only come to life, they hibernate, and they come to life. Over here. If I had to penetrate this cube, that one would go through here telling me that this area and this area are not used. In fact, they're not used on the entire side. They're not used here 2, or here 4, or here 6, or here 8. But if I turn the cube this way, and the centers here are not used 2, are not used 4, hold on, let me do it the other way, are not used 2, are not used 4, are not used 6, are not used, did I do that whole thing? Yeah, are not used 8. That's 2. Okay, now, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to do the third one. Remember, it's 3, right? 3 sides. There's no 2 here. There's 2 empty spaces here. There's 2 empty spaces here is 6. And boom, we don't have it here. So when you're running up the dice this way, you have 3 times 2, okay, void, and then you have 1 times 2 dot. And that's going to be a total of 6, okay, what equals to 2 dot, 6 and 2, F and B again. The other ones are what is 4 times 2 equals to 8. So your equation is 8, 6, 8. This is the house inside of Pegasus. I don't know exactly how they do it. It is the house of DC. It has something to do with Pluto. The Pluto number comes in. In fact, Pluto creates the scheduling between the division of night and day. Also the ring and the pole and the cube. Okay, it takes 4 cubes to equal to 84. It takes 3 times 28 cycle of the moon to equal to 84. 8 times 4 equals to 32. 8 plus 4 is 12 equals to 44 divided area space. But the teens, this will be between 13 and 19, but separated 17, 18, and 19 because the French say so. Now I'm going to stop because my mouth is dry. It's 42 minutes. I'm going to try and add on to other parts of videos. This is the numeric value for moon, where 57,075 moons came in, time after time. So we ran out of time, and then the next cycle is 5784, in which that's a 9-year period. So that should be 90 and 9 times 13, and 9 by 3 is 27, and 2, 117, 7 come 11 gateway exactly on this dice. 7 come 11, 4, opposite 3 equals 7. Now 4 opposites 3. And this was on the calculator. Take out these 4 and we have 5. And the 4 opposites 3, and we take away these 3, we have 3 and 3, 6. Okay, so what we have equals to 7 come 11. I have to think. Yes, so we have the year 5784. So so what was that number? 9 years, 117. So we have to add 117, be 57192. Is that right? 5770, no. 5784 times 13 equals 75,192. In the EI world, this is Mars, all centralized over here, 5 and 9, 7 and 2 through Venus, the gateway through Venus. The gateway through Venus, all these projects. So this is the year ending, and when you have your first birthday party, it is ended. So when we come up to the year 2000, it is ended. So when we come up to 2022, it is ended. We are in the year 2023. In the Hebrew year, it is 5783, and in September, it will end. And we will begin the final cycle of 5784, Moon, Pluto, Gate. The cycle of the cube, 56 plus 28 days to the third cycle of the moon, loving in February 2023. There's a rush going on right now according to numbers. 5784. G and H. Multiply it and add it and equals to 71, your gate. 54 will become the sun. Also, 56 is noted to be white, is noted to be 7, is noted to be 65 is 7. It also notes to add to 11. So in the word 7 as 65 does come 11, which is the coming into or of the sun. It is the red sun. It's all about number 27. It's all about red. Okay, black is number 29, and yellow is number 92. So within the soul, we are born 1111 in the house of DC, and this is a very long video, and I'm sorry to make it so long, but if there's anybody out there, a couple of things I want to say at the end of this for anybody who made it to the end. I became the sleuth. I got to check everything that the landlord sends here and look it over and look it over. Like I said at the beginning of the video, that it's 12, it's $150 times 12 equals to $1,800 over 10 years divided by 10. So that's, yeah, so what it comes out to is 1,800 plus 1,600 plus 400 plus 1,400 plus 1,200 plus it comes out to about 10-12 grand over by putting up the rent $15 a month every single year. After 10 years it costs you 10 grand, and somebody's profiting. That, do they need the money? How can we continue on in this world where everybody needs to make top dollar? I mean, in a certain way, I'm not really sure I'm saying this properly, but because I understand this is a very, very funny place we're at. So, you know, I really like the guy. The guy lied to me, came here, lied to me a bunch of times, just keeps lying all the time, lying all the time. It's crazy. It's sad. But guess what? Not for me that I stand up. It's for the ones behind me. If there's nobody in the front of the line that's going to stand up, then we all fall down. Husha, husha, we all fall down. Raphael, speak up when you need to. Be polite. Love everybody. Hugs and kisses. Here comes the fox. Thank you for watching this video. This October, this September, the New Year's enlightenment is upon us. Open your eyes and see and know that the Lord has never left. Thank you for watching.